The views and opinions expressed on Beautiful Disasters are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their sponsors, or anyone else involved. Also, there is going to be a lot of adult language used on this podcast, so please keep your little kitties away unless you don't care about them that much.
Welcome back to Beautiful Disasters, Schlock Abuse Edition.
Hell yeah.
Dun-dun-dun. Man, I'll be honest, though, this one I gave you, I have no fucking clue. I was down and I saw it for $1. Picked this movie up. I'm excited for us to talk about it because I will learn what kind of piece of shit movie I assigned you. But let's start things off. I'm F.U. Hunter, and with me always,
I'm the Grutz.
So let's get right into the epic movie that I assigned for your schlock abuse.
You gave me a movie called Dear God, No, which was a line in the movie.
Oh, I was going to say.
At least they did that.
There you go. Because, there's nothing more bullshit than they don't even say the title of the title in the movie. So I'm glad that actually happened.
They did that. Now,
So what year did this come out? Because it looks very like it wants to be like a Grindhouse style movie.
yes, this was 2011,
Okay.
and they did utilize a couple times in the beginning and in the middle, here and there. They utilized that like digital like aging of the screen, so
Right.
it looked kind of old and grody.
Kind of like what Rob Zombie did with 3 from Hell. Where,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he used digital blood and shit like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, this movie is directed by a guy named James Anthony Bickert,
Okay.
which is funny because Mike the Hobbit Bickert, his middle name is Anthony. And,
Really?
Their last names are close. It's Bickert, not Bickett.
Yeah.
But no, he has been known for a couple releases that came out after called Frankenstein Created Bikers and Amazon Hotbox,
All right.
which are super trashy flicks.
Yeah.
I do own Frankenstein Created Bikers, but he apparently also did this movie before this one called Dumpster Baby that I am super intrigued about.
That, just the title again. Like, I'll say, I wonder if they bring up that title in that movie. Ah, it's a dumpster baby.
Apparently, it's about a discarded baby that gets into adventures with lots of weird people, including a spaceman at some point.
Do we have to do a continuation schlock abuse and somehow find that for
Maybe.
you to watch that?
Yeah, I'm going to procure that.
Okay.
I will watch it, and we'll see. Maybe it is even worthy of a full episode.
Yeah.
Who knows? But no, this particular movie, Dear God, No, is basically about an evil biker gang.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
I kind of picked up a little bit because one of the reasons I paid a full $1 for this was the cover art actually looked somewhat interesting,
yeah.
but that's about probably the best thing of this movie is the cover art for the DVD.
Indeed. Yeah. No, the cover art's probably it pretty much tells the whole movie. Right.
I'm
here.
just looking at the Richard Nixon mask on the big titty chick with the shotgun.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely in the movie. It's,
Okay.
It's hilarious. So yeah, the movie opens with this raunchy biker gang, a la all the late 60s, early 70s like biker exploitation movies.
Yeah.
And this flick is definitely trying to sort of like homage those things.
Okay.
It's not so much a satire, it's just like they want to do something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're really
staying really close to the stereotypes.
Yeah. They're really intent on doing that. So the movie opens with a biker gang at like this abandoned, I think it's a drive-in movie theater, and there are dead, stripped, naked nun bodies around that they have raped and murdered.
Okay, all right. They're not holding back right from the beginning.
No, not at all.
All right.
Not one bit. And just straight up like naked bodies around, and they're drinking and doing drugs, whatever. You know, they're having a blast. And one dude gets on his bike, and it's like, all right, we gotta roll out of here. We gotta go to the next place, do our next fucking like, you know, mad crime or whatever. and he gets on his bike and he drives his bike onto the body of one of these like naked, like stripped, violated, dead nuns, and he just grinds, like his back wheel, he just starts revving and grinds her like guts out.
God damn.
With his bike.
Yeah.
And everything's practical.
Okay.
It's not great practical effects, but
it's
is
still practical. Okay.
So respect there. But instantly, yeah. Okay. So these guys are bad dudes.
Are they? I mean, I wasn't sure from what you described
yeah.
the first 10 minutes of the movie that they might be bad guys.
It's not even the first 10 minutes. That's like the first 3 minutes. And then you have a scene of like this mother driving her young son in a car, and he has to go to the bathroom. So like she pulls over on the side of the road, and he's pissing in the woods, you know, off the side of the road. And the bikers come by and just murder the fuck out of her.
Oh, God.
And leave him on this side of the road. And
did they see him, or they just not pay attention to the kid pissing?
No, they just didn't care.
Okay.
There's like, yeah, you deal with that trauma.
Okay, so we're getting a la like Silent Night, Deadly Night now. Okay.
Yeah. And then the titles of the movie happen. And it's like, dear God, no. And it's just like, what the fuck? Okay, so these guys are awful, and they're terrible.
It sounds like they were trying to do like the biker gang from Mad Max, where their only job is to rape, murder, pillage, and destroy shit. Like, they don't know how to have a good time unless they are destroying somebody else's life.
That's these guys.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. And then we cut to a different scene where there's this awkward looking girl walking through the woods, checking cameras and weird shit, and she ends up going back to her homestead where her father, who is like a scientist, is studying some weird shit.
Okay.
And all right, I'm just gonna say it. It's some Sasquatch shit. All right.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, Bigfoot is a thing in this movie, but it's weird.
All right, I'm intrigued. Continue.
So yeah. So, and then there's a sequence where the daughter goes downstairs, and there's like sounds coming from this locked room in the basement of the house, and it's ominous.
Dun, dun,
what do they got
dun.
down there? They got a Sasquatch in there? What the fuck is going on? Anyway, what the fuck is locked in that basement? And then we cut to another scene where there's this crazy strip club bar situation where there's an extended strip dance sequence with a girl wearing a tricky dick mask.
Okay, there you go, from the cover art.
Hence
All right.
the cover, yeah. And it goes on for way too long. Like, this
Now,
is
wait.
only an 80-minute movie.
Was this a request? Like, look, you know what I really want to see? I want to see Richard Nixon with some huge titties just dancing on stage. Like, was that a request? Or was she just fucking with people?
It had to have been I don't know. This
Or
this
a third
director
option.
just decided.
Or a third option, they really fucking love Point Break so much. They're like, can we just get a quick Point Break reference without it being too overwhelming?
There was a brief shot of another stripper sitting at a table with some of the patrons,
Right.
wearing a Frankenstein mask.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a
Tits
Ronald
out.
Reagan.
No, it would have completed that notion.
Yeah,
with-
exactly.
with Ronald Reagan, but no. So yeah, this fucked up like strip bar. All the biker gang shows up, and they go have a meeting with the owner, and the owner is as you enter the scene, he is on his desk.
Oh no.
He is snorting a cocaine swastika.
What the fuck?
He cut coke into the shape of a fucking swastika.
So you're like, this dude is bad, but he's also so bad that he literally is wasting cocaine into the shape of a swastika. Because that seems like a lot of head twisting, turning, going around. Like
it takes some time just to make it, but he was dedicated, and he's apparently like the local dude, drug dealer, criminal guy, and he's basically berating 3 of these biker guys about being too extreme. Like, you can't be killing and raping so much.
The cocaine swastika guy is like, guys, you need to like tone it back a little bit. All right.
There's like a federal task force that's coming down here now because you guys won't quit killing and raping people. And they're like, blah, and whatever,
Like, go out of town with that shit, assholes.
We live free, motherfucker. And apparently 2 of the guys are his sons in this room. Like,
okay.
And he's like, I regret having you as a child. I regret not throwing you in the lake and like shit like that.
So it's not just like, you guys need to chill the fuck out. Also, I should have had abortion. Y'all should have been abortions. Like,
exactly. No.
Damn.
That's basically what he's saying. Like,
you guys
I
are
regret
walking
this. I regret that.
You guys are walking abortions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they kill that dude because they don't care.
He was trying to tell them what to do. I mean, come on.
Spoiler alert. Everyone in this movie dies.
All right.
Everyone. Not a person survives this movie.
Now, I would say that's a bonus because a lot of the schlock abuse movies that I've been assigned, I really wish most of the characters would die because of how terrible the movies are. So at least there's in the back of your head, you're a little satisfaction that all these motherfuckers get killed.
Yeah. So they kill that dude. Now, meanwhile, in the club, other members of the biker gang are at the bar. And this is actually my favorite scene of the movie. So they're doing like a bar challenge between like one of the hippie dudes in the biker gang and another guy. And one guy challenges him like, all right, you need to drink the fucking like bar rail drink. Basically, it's like the dirty bar rag.
Yeah.
Where the bartender, hot bartender pours all the liquid that collected in the freaking in the little like rubber bar thing.
Yeah, no,
into a shot glass.
Oh, fuck that.
Dude drinks it. He like half pukes it out and he's like, ugh. All right, fuck you, I did it. What are you gonna do? And he's like, okay, so now I gotta read here.
Oh God.
And the other guy's like, all right, it's my turn. What's the nastiest shot you have? And the bartender is like, you want to drink my tampon?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. You want to drink my tampon? And he's like, oh shit, hell yeah. And he's like, let me see. And she goes down and pulls out her tampon. And he's like, yeah, I can smell low tide from here, God, baby.
Damn. All right.
And she puts a bloody tampon in the fucking shot glass and pours a little liquor on top of it. And he takes the shot. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to call this the vertical hatchet wound.
God damn.
And I was like, okay, this movie is the worst trash ever.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of loving it because it's so stupid.
I know your collection. And this sounds like not a good movie, but has those elements in there that make it just slightly like.
I will say this. They had so much fun making this movie.
Right.
It is utter trash. This is like the Z grade cinema bullshit, low rent, fucking like low budget bullshit.
I'm going to throw a question out there real quick for you.
Yeah.
This sounds pretty much like what Rob Zombie has been doing the last 5+ years when it comes to like,
except he gets a budget.
Games. But that's what I'm saying was this movie more fun than like three from Hell and some of the other shit he's done?
I would say this movie is paying the kind of homage that Rob Zombie often misses.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Like he tries,
right?
and you know, Rob Zombie loves horror exploitation genre, and he really wants to do justice by it, and he tries really hard. But this movie almost does a better job because they're not trying hard.
Yeah, well, that's
you know
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. They don't have a budget. It just sounds like the same kind of thing where it's like, let's concentrate on the worst fucking people possible.
Oh, yeah.
And just kind of go with the flow with it, all right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So that whole like dare scene goes down. The other dudes kill the head honcho who owns a club, who runs shit in town.
Swastika cocaine guy.
And then, as he's like bleeding out, he like hits a button for like emergency or whatever. And like naked titty strippers come in with fucking, Tommy guns to try to like save his ass, and they kill them. And then a big ass gunfight breaks out.
Right.
And the biker gang guys start shooting all the patrons, and basically everybody dies. The biker gang gets out, and then a few of the strippers that were not killed come out with Tommy guns and start like shooting everything up. The hippie one gets shot once, and they get away.
Okay.
So it's a bloodbath. Like all the patrons get fucking murdered.
Are
Like, straight
are some of the effects good in this, or did they get a little lazy and like you just see people falling down and then blood?
It's lazy. Like
yeah.
I will give them credit. They never did the CGI thing.
All right,
which is great. However, the the practical effects, what they had, were not great.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I'm saying like I see like a lot of people just falling down and then a little bit of blood splatter around
Exactly.
them. Like
that's
person's
basically
dead.
And this is your DVD, so you're gonna have to watch it at some point.
I know I might have to. I know it's a schlock abuse, but there's a
fun.
few parts that I'll probably just fast forward to catch up to, and then fast forward. Yeah.
I mean, it's 80 whole minutes of dumb fucking bullshit.
Okay.
And also all the rape. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
This is what it is. It's that kind of movie. It's that kind of exploitation. So,
Well, it sounds like the director was trying to do scenes that are going to make people feel uncomfortable, and that's usually a fast way of doing that.
So after the blood bath at the at the strip club place, then we have a scene where some cops pull up in like a really old swanky like Cadillac or Chevrolet with like fins and stuff on it.
All right.
But they had like the cop star on the side. Like this movie never really tries to tell you what era it's from.
Okay.
Like it feels like nothing's modern in it. Like it feels like it's from like the 60s or 70s. So
it's almost like a Walter Hill movie.
Yeah.
Where there's just weird like Streets of Fire or Warriors where it just has different kind of beats in it that doesn't tell you what the time period actually is.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously shot on digital because it was like super low budget, but it still looks old.
Yeah.
But anyway, like these cops show up at this house in the woods, and it's the scientist's house with the daughter there, and they're talking about like all these weird effects that like the local wildlife have been having. There were a bunch of squirrels that attacked cattle or something like this weird shit, and they're like, oh, he's like,
wait,
oh,
do they have a scene of squirrels attacking cattle?
No, I wish.
God damn it.
That would be awesome.
I want to see that.
Yeah, that's not in the budget. And this weird old looking white dude guy is just like, oh, well, it must just be that there's development nearby and that can upset the wildlife.
Yeah, of course. Squirrels attacking cows. That's the thing that happens when you start taking down a few trees.
And, he has this awkward, super introverted daughter that has like her hair down and everything. And she comes out and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. That's my daughter. She hasn't been right ever since my wife died 3 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Cops leave. And, then he starts scolding his daughter. It's like, yeah, get back inside. Yeah.
Stop being weird.
Dinner's not going to cook itself.
Oh,
he says that. I was like,
okay.
oh,
Well,
dude.
again, from this movie. Okay, sure.
You're an asshole. So, cut back to the biker gang that heads over to like this convenience store gas station place. They see a couple in like a Volkswagen Carmen Ghia a kind of preppy couple. The girl is pregnant. Dude looks preppy, and they fucking exchange words, and they roll out. They go in, and the clerk at the place is like this weird conspiracy guy, and he's talking all this shit, and they're all trying to get beer and whatever.
What normal biker gangs, yeah. Beef jerky and beer, yeah.
Yeah. The cops end up showing up at the, outside the place, and it's like, well, I think I smell reefer around one of these biker guys, and they start beating his ass down. Like, oh, we're going to arrest you, blah, blah, blah.
Well, not the fact that they seem to not travel too far away from the area.
Right.
And are raping and murdering people in the local area.
Yeah.
They possibly might be wanted by authorities just for the fact that they aren't, from what you said earlier, not really branching out to other towns, just kind of staying close by. And yeah, they might be wanted by authorities also.
And they also are... They definitely dress the part. They look like miscreants. It's a biker gang. They all got cuts on. Oh yeah, their biker gang name is the Impalers.
All right.
And their back patch is like a naked woman impaled a la Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh really? Yeah. That's kind of awesome. I'll give you that.
It's a good reference.
Yeah.
Also, point of note, all the beer that they drink throughout the movie is a brand. They printed labels for the movie. It's Corman brand beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Good reference.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Obviously, what movies these guys, the guys who made this love.
Yeah. And it sounds like it in a way. Like, it does sound like you took a Roger Corman movie and just did a more update, like it did in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is like all those cheesy ass flicks, like Hell's Bloody Devils, all those kinds of movies from like the late 60s, early 70s. This is what they were going for.
Yeah.
Werewolf on Wheels, that sort of thing,
Was it Big Bad Mama? Or what was the one with Shelley Winters?
Oh, no, that was Angie Dickinson.
Oh, shit, okay.
Big Bad Mama.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the cops mess with this dude. Rest of the gang comes out, kills the cops. Like, no character in this movie is long for this life.
Right.
Okay. And then they end up killing the clerk, and the leader of the gang is just like, really? I go to the bathroom and it's fucking recess out here. Do I have to fucking watch all you guys? Like, what the fuck?
We might eventually have to move into another town if we keep killing everybody in this town.
Exactly.
Right?
So, cut to the couple with the Carmen Gia that briefly met these guys. Their car breaks down, and they're like, okay, pregnant wife and dude, they need to find a place to like get help, and they end up going into the woods, and they find the house with the scientist and his daughter. Right? So they're over there. There's a brief scene where like the motorcycle gang is like, oh, well, we got to get to our next thing. Like, who are we going to like kill or rape next? And they're on the fucking road, and they see this like little hillbilly kid who's like 9 years old or some shit, who can barely speak words. And they're like, hey, where do the rich people live around here? And then they make up some dumbass stories like, oh yeah, we found some puppies and we need to take them back to like where the rich people live. Some dumbass shit. And the kid kind of points in a direction like, oh, they're over there? Cool. Well, he saw our face, so they shoot the kid.
Yeah,
like, I mean, everyone dies.
You just already at some point you just aren't going to get shocked. You're like, yeah, the kid made eye contact with them, so he's fucking dead.
So, and at some point, yeah, while they're talking to this kid, it's like, now we're looking for the rich people, not your slack-jawed pappy or some other pumpkin fucker. Like, where are the rich people? It's just like some of the lines are pretty gold in this fucking movie. So they end up invading, heading over they find this scientist's house in the woods, and the scientist is having dinner, like a nice dinner with wine and everything, with like this married couple with a pregnant wife, and the gang invades.
Yeah. As they're known to do.
They roll in and they're just like, oh shit, hello. we got you and you and you, and then the daughter shows up. Oh, we got you too. Oh, you're shy, and long story short, basically, they terrorize everyone there. They stab the scientist in the leg a few times with a fucking knife, and they basically just start brutalizing all of them, and it escalates into raping everyone. So
God damn, man.
I'm just gonna kind of.
Could they just not murder them? I mean,
so a very brief scene I forgot to mention is previous to their invasion, this couple is at the house, and the scientist is basically talking about, he's made some discoveries around, and he has this elixir. He took the blood from this unknown creature, and it has special properties.
all right.
Oh,
Okay.
This comes into play later, So later, when they're all getting brutalized, so the daughter ends up getting sent downstairs, because they're like, we want booze, because they've taken over the house at this point. We want booze. Go get us booze.
We know the basement's got booze. That's where booze would be kept.
And the basement's also where something is locked in the basement.
All right.
But, and the scientist is like, hey, well, I've got wine in the basement, sends the daughter down there, right? The awkward daughter. And she goes down there and she gets these bottles of wine, and she pours the elixir into these bottles of wine.
All right.
Which can make a difference later. Not really, but, because, this narrative is dumb as shit. But they get back up there, and the leader starts courting the daughter. He gets her to smoke some weed.
Oh, no.
And then she starts dancing for him, and she starts taking off her clothes. And a couple of the other guys take the pregnant one, takes her to the living room, puts her on the floor. Suddenly, the dead mother appears from downstairs.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. She's alive.
All right.
Maybe from the elixir or something. And one of the other biker dudes is like, well, I'm going to get some of that. So there's basically a double rape on the floor with the pregnant lady and the was deceased mom.
So they're not weirded out. Does she look like she has died or zombie-like?
Kind of looks a little bit like in Army of Darkness when I don't want to say she was the princess, but the one when she changed.
Yeah.
And she was like.
So she looks kind of fucked up. But
she looks a little fucked up and gothy, but she still looks sexy.
All right,
I guess.
so kind of Angela from Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But
yeah, exactly.
the bikers are so on one track mind. They're like, well, we got an order. The order is we, rape and kill, and so
that is their motif.
Yeah.
That is what they do.
We'd have to take our badges off if we didn't follow
Exactly.
this exact order.
You're not a good impaler
Exactly.
unless you're murdering and raping all the time.
Get the handbook.
Exactly.
Read the handbook, and it gives specific instructions of what we do to be the baddest motherfuckers.
So yeah, fucking ridiculous double rape situation going on. However, the possessed, elixired, resurrected mother is all about it, and she's into it. Obviously, the pregnant one is not. The daughter, who already did the lap dance, is on the couch being kind of traumatized and shy, and where the leader's like, come on, let's get it on. Jesus Christ. I don't even it's so many points of exploitation cinema going to an extreme that it's just it
almost over hitting you over the head.
It's oversaturation.
We had 30 seconds of you're not feeling uncomfortable. We need to make sure to pound it in your head as much as possible.
Exactly. So they end up, after all this horrific shit happens, they two of the guys end up taking the pregnant one into another room, into the kitchen. They got her on the counter, and they're about to go at it again. Then one of them decides, oh, well, let me just stab her in her pregnant belly.
What the fuck, dude?
It's
God damn
super
it.
fucked up.
What the fuck?
And they just stab her a bunch, and she's screaming and all that kind of stuff. And they end up pulling out like some like
God damn it.
cords,
All right.
and then of course they got to go there. They pull the fucking fetus out.
Holy shit.
And
All
it's
right.
like, dude.
God damn it. I thought this movie was going to be fucked up. I was not expecting that level of fucked up. I'm not sure if I can watch this, or if I do, I know this is a solo watching party for me.
It is super fucked up, but it's super like schlocky and stupid as fuck at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's dead. Jesus Christ.
Now back to the zombie mom.
Meanwhile, yeah, like zombie mom, is she got her thing on, and like the fucking hippie one that got shot during the fucking like strip club shooting thing, he ends up shooting heroin into his bullet wound.
Why not? Okay.
And there's a whole sequence where he's like tripping the fuck out on that, and then he gets stabbed in the back, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's walking around with a knife in his back for a while. And then, in the midst of all this, a Sasquatch
Okay. All right.
breaks through the window and grabs one of the dudes and, like, pulls him out and then rips him in half and throws his other half, his top half, back in the room.
So this turned into an episode of Creep Show all of a sudden. It sounds like, yeah.
Yeah. And then throws his top half with entrails out, leading outside, and then starts dragging him back like he's bait. And like, the remaining living bikers are like, what the fuck's going on? They're trying to shoot into the fucking woods. They can't see anything. And people start dying.
Sasquatch just fucks them all up, I'm guessing.
Leader kills the husband. The scientist goes downstairs. There's a weird like dream sequence where he's a Nazi scientist.
What the fuck?
And the mother is like a Frankenstein and the daughter's like helping. And then he goes downstairs and like he got stabbed in the leg a few times earlier, and he's going downstairs to try to like get away. And then he knocks over a vial of acid that lands on the wounded leg and burns it off, and half the leg comes off. And then
what the fuck, man?
And then he gets to like this box where he opens it up and he pulls out like a Nazi armband, and he pulls out a Luger like he's gonna kill himself. And then Leader comes down and it's like, you don't get out that easy, and he shoots him first. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
What's going on? Okay, all right. This
yeah. So yeah, Nazi vision.
Anything else with the zombie mom? That it's weird that like we just passed through that. Okay,
zombie mom gets all kind of randy on her daughter, and
that's not what I was expecting.
No. Get it? She is like, you need to taste me, and she legit like forcefully sits on her daughter's face.
What the fuck?
Exactly. No. This
is like a checklist of everything that would offend somebody, and they just apparently went down the checklist on this movie. Okay.
Oh my god.
Holy
yes.
shit.
And the mother gets killed. Daughter runs away, and at this point, everyone's dead except for the daughter and the leader of the gang.
Okay. Showdown.
And she's running into the woods, and he's chasing her, and he's like, come on, let's have a good time. Blah, blah, blah.
Really? After everything else, his entire game,
it's like, let's
destroyed,
finish this.
He's just like, well, I mean, everybody's dead, so we should just, finish things off,
He's the only one that didn't actually get to rape somebody this night.
God damn.
This guy.
Everybody is fucking dead. His whole crew is dead, right?
Exactly.
And he still has one thing on his mind.
So he chases her into like this like pond area in the woods, and she's like trying to get away, and Sasquatch shows up.
I was gonna ask what happened to the Sasquatch,
and like punches, like shows up behind him. He turns around, punches into his gut, pulls out his intestines and strangles him with them.
All right. I'm always down for intestine strangling.
And then like the daughter's like, I've always tried to protect you, or something like, like I'm with you.
Well, she has an intimate relationship
with the Sasquatch, maybe.
Okay.
But the Sasquatch don't care. Sasquatch fucking like punches her head off.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good.
So legitimately, the last shot of the movie is the Sasquatch in front of like a mountain range holding up her decapitated head, and credits. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I believe your reaction was, "Dear God, no," as the title has suggested. Wow. I thought it might have some dumb shit in there, but I didn't realize it's just a checklist of every exploitation like cliche you can possibly have,
and turned up to 11.
Yeah. I mean,
there's not a single character in the movie that has that you care about, or has any development, or has any redeeming values.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, like this entire 80 minutes was about, let's show all the fucked up shit that we can possibly put into a movie that will never be released on any kind of major like distribution house.
I don't think you'll see this streaming on any service anytime soon. So
no. I couldn't find it streaming anywhere, and I just checked. What was the name of the fucking? I forget the name of the main company that produced it, but the other one was
Big World
Pictures.
Yeah.
The other one was Itchy Beaver Pictures.
It sounds like right before you get into porn status. All right.
So I had mentioned it before on another episode about a movie that I had purchased and was going to give you for schlock abuse, and didn't because I felt bad. And that was called Dick Shark.
Right.
This movie is only 1% better than that.
Wow.
Dick Shark was a trog. Mostly because it was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, this one was at least just 80 minutes.
It was 80 minutes. They respected the the genre enough to be like, let's make this a quick movie.
Yeah.
This movie was just sleaze to the max. That's all I got to say about it.
Would you ever watch this ever again? All right. A, would you ever watch this ever again? B, would you ever make someone else experience this and witness their reaction to this movie?
So, based on the content of this movie, it would have to be a very select few people. I don't know that I would ever show this to any.
Like you used to do showings.
That.
You used to do showings back in the day. This is not something that you would have at one of your showings as to upset a good portion of the people coming to your showings.
And I've showed some fucked up things before.
And that's what I was going to say.
I showed the Sinful Dwarf, okay? Yeah. Which is a fucked up. And I didn't show the X-rated version with the porn inserts, but like, I did show that movie. I'm just saying, was creepy as fuck.
I have a feeling you didn't really hold back too much on some of these showings, but this sounds like this might have gone way the fuck over the edge.
This is too much. I mean, just the nature of the fact that, like, everyone gets raped and everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like, to the point that it's just like, and there's no, like, yes, everyone dies, so all the bad biker dudes all meet their end.
We already know they're bad, and it's like stressing, like, not only are they going to murder them, but they've got to rape them before they do it. And you're like, guys, they're already bad guys. They can just kill them, and we know they're bad people, okay?
This is pure exploitation.
Exactly.
That's all it is. Like, this is not a movie for anyone that doesn't have some deranged love of that genre.
Yeah.
And who can look at terrible bullshit like that and get a chuckle in the sense of how ridiculous it is.
It sounds like
because it's not,
if they had turned down just a notch, maybe, I don't know, we'll throw this out there, held off on apparently the 10 plus rape scenes that happen in this movie.
Yeah.
If they'd taken stuff like that out and a few other things. It sounds like it would have been a watchable exploitation type of movie.
Possibly.
But they just kept pushing the button so far.
No, they wanted to go to every extreme they possibly could,
Right.
and that's the movie they made. And that's it. That was Dear God, No.
All right.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
This is, I think, one of our longest schlock abuse. And I actually, you just kept going with just the insanity that I was like, this will just be a longer than expected schlock abuse, because
God.
was just waiting to find out, wait, there's a Sasquatch in this. There's like, it just kept going. So zombie mom, that weird shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was your schlock abuse.
that was it.
Again,
It wasn't my most hated one, but it was a ride.
It was. I feel like it was one of your most uncomfortable watches, but not because of just the dog shit terribleness of it, but just the pushing things farther than they should have gone.
It was all the boundaries.
Yeah,
All the boundaries.
all right. So, well, that was another schlock abuse.
Yep.
So, again, you can check us out on Facebook. We just got set up with it. We set up our Instagram to kind of promote it a little bit too. Then go to GUIPodcast.com and you can check out all the great podcasts on there on the GUI Network.
Hell yes.
Also, while you're there, if you want to purchase anything from Amazon, on that GUI website, there's a little link there. You click on that, takes you to Amazon. Whatever you purchase, throw back a little bit towards the podcast, help run us some coin.
Fuck yeah. Great to do.
Anything else you can think of throwing out there?
We've got all our merch for the whole GUI network on TeePublic, and we've got some new designs coming.
There you go. Yeah, that's
Very
why I kind of
soon.
threw that up there, because I was like, I'll let you announce the new designs coming.
And outside of that, just hit us up on social media or contact us directly, Beautiful Disasters Podcast at gmail.com, and give us your recommendations for
All right.
movies.
Yeah. The good bad ones for our full episodes, or even some of those shit schlock abuse movies that you might have watched and you think, you know what? Give this to Grutz to throw at FU Hunter, or other way around. Doesn't matter to me.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah. So I guess that's it.
That's it. So I'm FU Hunter.
I'm the Grutz.
Take it easy.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard,
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
and we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
GUIPodcast.com.